The child of the god Zeus and the human Alcmene, Carolina Shimchak, was born on a stormy night. To please the goddess herself, his mother gave him the name Hercules, which is Greek for glory of Hera. Hera intended to have the boy killed since she thought his birth was a slight. The young Hercules uses his godlike strength to snap the necks of two serpents that slither toward him from the eyes of a statue of Hera. Hercules, Dwayne Johnson, underwent his renowned 12 labors as an adult. He confronts the Lernaean Hydra by hacking off each of its heads as he makes his way across a swamp. With his club, he attacked the Erymanthian boar and defeated it. The Nemean lion was slain by him. Its hide was so tough that no ordinary weapon could pierce it. This is his most well-known feat. Iolaus, Rhys Ritchie, who is also Hercules' nephew, is tied up and hung over a wooden pole just below his groin when he begins to narrate this tale. Pirates who have infiltrated Macedonia kidnap him. Not believing a word of Iolaus' story, the pirate leader begins to burn the rope that is holding him. The commander is unaware that Hercules is standing behind him, boasting about having killed the Nemean lion with his bare hands while donning the skin of the animal on his head. Taking out all the pirates and pushing Iolaus to safety before he falls onto the pike, Hercules advances with his allies, the seer Amphiaraus, Ian McShane, Autolycus, Rufus Sewell, Atalanta, Ingrid Bulsa Berdal, and Tydeus, Axel Henny. Hercules uses a single, strong swing of his club to dispatch the leader. Hercules and his allies eat and drink in a bar. Urgenia, Rebecca Ferguson, a woman who approaches them, begs Hercules to aid her father in defending the realm of Thrace against a warlord. If he is successful, he will receive the equivalent in gold along with his companions. Hercules is pushed a plate of food by Autolycus, who instructs him to chow down. The team sets out for Thrace. After learning about Hercules' 12 labors, Urgenia's son Areus, Isaac Andrews, rushes up to the mythical hero. Hercules and his team are escorted by General Cytocles, Peter Mullen, to meet Urgenia's father. If he has ever been this near to royalty, Hercules is questioned. He remembers going to the kingdom of King Eurystheus, Joseph finds, 3 years prior and bringing him the Hydra heads. Additionally, he is reunited with his 3 children, Megara, Irina Shake, and wife. Then Hercules sees his family wailing in blood-covered walls in a vision. The father of Urgenia, Lord Codus, John Hurt, sees Hercules. He asks Hercules for assistance in repelling a force led by the fearsome warlord Rhesus. Atalanta instantly disproves him by shooting 2 arrows at the helmets of 2 soldiers, knocking it out of their hands, after he claims that a woman has no place on this expedition. According to legend, his soldiers were centaurs who wiped out Codus's army. Hercules consents to instruct the Codus army in fighting. The guys raise their shields at first to protect themselves, but Tydeus charges at them and effortlessly knocks them to the ground. The warriors are led by Hercules to the Besai heartland. Iolaus seeks to join the troops, but Hercules forbids him from engaging in combat. Numerous bodies, including infants, are already strewn around the region, and men's heads have been put on spikes for display. The fresh bodies the troops find are actually savages who set up a trap for them. Hercules knocks off the head of one of Atalanta's arrows as the soldiers stand in formation with their shields raised. Hercules punches one of the charging savages so hard that the savage flies backwards with the arrowhead still embedded in his skull. Back in Thrace, Urgenia attends to Hercules' wounds. She asks him if he's ever had a family, but he sidesteps the question and sends her on her way. He hears screams that night. When he ventures outside, he discovers dead bodies all around him, including those of his wife and kids. The 3-headed dog of Hades, Cerberus, then appears in front of Hercules. However, as Tydeus approaches and jolts Hercules out of it, it is simply a vision. Amphiaraus claims that this has happened before. Urgenia seeks out Hercules' friends the following morning and urges Iolaus to be honest with her about what really transpired with Hercules' family. Iolaus starts to claim that Hera drove him insane at the time, but Urgenia disbelieves him. Autolycus nevertheless informs Urgenia that they all have good reason to believe in Hercules. To Mount Asticus, where they spot what look to be centaurs in the distance, Hercules leads the men. They run in the direction of the Thracians, but they are just men on horseback. Although Rhesus, Tobias Sotelmon, alerts the troops to his existence, Hercules is not in the least bit frightened by him. Taking on Rhesus's warriors, the Thracians demonstrate their increased might. Fired at the Thracians are burning arrows from the opposing army. Amphiaraus stands inside, anticipating his demise, but not a single arrow lands on him. Hercules takes the horse and turns him and Rhesus over before saying, "Fucking centaurs." Rhesus charges toward Hercules on his horse. Back in Thrace, Rhesus and his soldiers are treated with contempt and have trash thrown at them. Rhesus is held captive and chained up during a feast. Urgenia tries to bring him water out of compassion, but Codus forbids her. After noticing Urgenia staring at Rhesus, Hercules takes her away. It is then revealed that Codus planned the entire conflict in order to seize power and rule the kingdom, with Rhesus merely becoming involved. Since Ares will take the throne after Codus dies, Ergenia merely wants to make sure he is secure. Hercules declines her request for him to take the boy with him. Codus, who exhibits no remorse for his deeds and offers Hercules a position in his army, is confronted by Hercules. Of course, Hercules declines. Hercules wants to stay and assist Thrace even after the crew receives their riches. The others beg Autolycus to stay, but he decides to go, taking his half of the wealth with him. Tydeus, Amphiaraus, and Atalanta consent to assist Hercules in taking down Codus. But when they all approach him to confront him, along with Ergenia and Ares, they are all taken prisoner. While his buddies are confined to cells, Hercules is chained up in the dungeon. He sees 3 ferocious wolves, but what he thinks is Cerberus is actually only 3 wolves. King Eurystheus comes in and turns out to be working with Codus. It is also revealed that Eurystheus drugged Hercules the night his family was killed in order to have the wolves attack and kill them. Eurystheus did this because he believed Hercules posed a threat to his realm because his people shouted for him more loudly than he did. Even worse, Codus gives the order to have Ergenia put to death there in the dungeon. Hercules is urged by Amphiaraus to keep in mind both his accomplishments and his identity. "Who are you?" he yells. "I am Hercules," he shouts. Ergenia's head is not cut off by the executioner after he frees himself from the chains and strikes at him. While the wolves are attacking Hercules, she runs to liberate the others. One is slammed against the wall by Hercules, another has its jaw broken by him, and the last one is killed by the Nemean lion's tooth, which Ares gave him when being arrested. Once everyone had been let free, including Rhesus, the Thracian soldiers attempted to attack. Amphiaraus foretold that he would die when someone threw a spear at him that could pierce through fire. When Hercules snatches the spear and throws it back at the soldier is standing there, prepared to accept his fate. Eurystheus then tries to get out of it by claiming that Codus corrupted him as Hercules pursues him. He cries out for mercy, but Hercules snatches Eurystheus's knife and stabs him to death. Iolaus, who is now prepared to enter the battle, suddenly impales Cytocles from behind as he tries to capture Hercules with his whip. Codus stands in front of his warriors during the final fight, which takes place outside the palace. Ares is brought out, and they threaten to kill him if Hercules doesn't give in. The youngster has a soldier holding a knife to his neck, but Autolycus, who has made up his mind to go back for his comrades, throws a knife at the soldier, killing him. While Ares flees to his mother, the Thracians engage in combat with Hercules and his men. Despite being hit by an arrow, Tydeus continues on his mission to kill every soldier in his way. Tydeus is brought back by Hercules, who only hears him say his name before he passes away. Hercules starts to push the statue of Hera away from its foundation as the crew pours oil and fire on the Thracians to impede them. Hercules is yelled at by Codus as he accuses him of being a coward and claims that his family should have perished. Finally, Hercules succeeds in separating the statue from its base, causing it to collapse and crush some troops. Meanwhile, the statue's head rolls and strikes Codus, knocking him off a cliff. The troops who are still alive surrender their weapons and bow down before Hercules while praising his name. His crewmates are gathered behind him. In his final speech, Amphiaraus declares that he prefers this account of Hercules over the myth. According to him, all one needs to do to become a hero is have faith in their own abilities rather than being a demigod. But what do I know? He continues. I should be dead by now. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you smash that like button, leave a comment and subscribe to watch more videos like this. Thank you, and see you on the next video.